Ha Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to see you. What's up, Dr. Griffin? Keep pressing, keep praising. Happy Monday. What's happening? Jonathan. Today is Diminish Day. What's happening, Devontae? Harold, what's good? Man, listen, I got all the gunslingers on today. We're talking about diminish. You guys, y'all want to hang out with me because we're going to cover the diminished chord, what we can do with diminished chords, how we can move, how it's built, how it's set up, and how I absolutely love it. Listen, you want to learn this so you'll be able to do. What's up, Chris? Willie? What's happening? Everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to see everybody. For those who are new to the channel, welcome to Kevin Wilson Guitar YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Hit that, what the young folks say, smash that like button. Please smash that like button, because when you smash that like button, more YouTube, they send folks our way. So we want more the merrier. Yes, hang out. We got some great stuff that's going to go on today. We're going to really dig into the diminished stuff and how we can approach it. We'll talk a little bit about half diminished, which is a -7 flat 5. I had a great session last night with a dear friend of mine, and we went on and on about different things. He gave me his information. I gave him some of my information. But we spent 2 hours and we had a ball. Kwame! Mr. Red, good to see y'all. Listen, y'all go on your social media page and go and tell all your guitar friends, family and friends, that I am on live on YouTube. And I'm going to share some stuff that you don't have to pay for. This is free. This is free. Yes. Amy Burns. What's happening, Jerry? Can you see me now, Jerry? You know what's funny about diminished chords? Way back in the day, that's right, free. Free is always good, right? Well, anyway, back in the day, way back in church, there were certain chords that they did not want you to play, okay? They didn't know what the chords were, but it just sounded demonic, they would think. And a diminished chord was one of those chords that they said, we don't want to hear that. We don't want you to play that chord. That spirit, that's not the right spirit when they hear it. When they heard that kind of stuff, no, they don't want that. They don't want that in church. That's the devil's music. They wanted the major chords. You laughing, but listen, I'm here to tell you, if anybody around my age or older, they'll tell you with certain chords, even keyboard players, they didn't want that stuff. But then they kind of grew into it because we started playing the major. We started playing these chords and they started to feel something. And then they messed around and put that diminish into the bump. And boy, they were off and running. Now you can't go to a Kojic church and not play that diminish. See, right there. That's a lesson. That's a lesson for the bump music. Oh, you're not. See. Bobby Griffin said that chord is scared him. All right, let's get into it. How many folks we got on here? Hey, please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, but also write in the comments exactly where you're from, where you're viewing from. And if you're catching this on a replay, please comment, because I read the comments and I try my best to reply to all of them. Sometimes I miss. I'm human. Forgive me. But yeah, let me know where you're viewing from. Jerry said, thank you for that quartet lick. He did it in church Sunday. That's what I'm talking about. He churched that chord. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell Jerry he's welcome. All right, let's talk about the diminished chord. Let's talk about how it's built. How did this come about? What it is all about. Hey, what's ATL? The formula. I like to call it the formula of the diminished chord. Okay? All right, Indiana. We got a few folks from Indiana. Kwame's from Indiana. The diminished chord. And I like to go back and review because, some people, they don't understand. They're new to this. So we can't fault them because we were all new at one point. All right. So the diminished chord is made based off of the major scale. Okay. So the major scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Now, out of that major scale, the diminished chord is built off the intervals of the major scale. Okay? Now, can anybody other than Bobby Griffin tell me the formula? Anybody other than Bobby Griffin? Anybody other than Bobby Griffin? Give me the formula for the diminished chord. Give me the formula. Somebody shout it out. Go ahead. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Because the sooner we get into this stuff, the sooner I'll be able to show you some stuff where you can use that and how I like to use it. Okay? Other than the bump. Chris Martin, he wrote something. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Come on, talk to me. Kwame said 1, 3, 4. He said the same thing, Chris. Come on, I'm gonna take a few more. Hey, Herbie, jump on in here, Herbie. What's the formula for the diminished chord? What's the formula? Give me no intervals. Give it to Spartanburg, South Carolina. I was in Spartanburg not long ago. Lord have mercy. We had such a great time. I was playing with the Canton Spirituals. It was so much fun. So give me that formula. I had 2 people out of 21 folks on my YouTube channel right this moment gave me the formula for a diminished. If you don't know it, let me know you don't know it. That's why we're here. We're here to learn and share with one another. Christian, what's happening? Good to see you. The Pensacola, Florida. Herbie says 1. You said 1, flat 3, flat 5. Okay, so far we had 3 people said the same thing. Anybody? Okay, Warren said R3, flat 5. Stand by me is here. You're back. Good. 1 mint. Oh, you said I meant flat 3. Okay. Lauren, I get you. Anyone else? Come on, one more person. Give it to me so we can move forward. Anybody but Bobby Griffin. We got the great Bobby Griffin on here with me tonight. It's always good to have Miss Dr. Griffin on. Okay, one more person. I need one more person. One more. I don't want to sound like an auctioneer, but I want to make sure that we are engaged so everybody can make sure we are getting this. One more person. 24 people on here. Someone else give me the formula for the diminished chord. 247. Stand by me. You're going to be whipped with many stripes. There you go. 1 flat 3, flat 5. Okay. So how does that work? So if we took each note from that interval, what they just quoted, the 1, we're in the key of C. Say we're in the key of C. 1, the flat 3, and the 5. Okay, which would be C, E flat. Good afternoon, James. And then G. You know what? I didn't even play the flat 5. I played the 5. Nobody caught that. There we go. 1, flat 3, flat 5. Now I'm right. So that would be the C, E flat, and then the F sharp. There we go. Right? So we have that diminish. Okay? That we have that diminished. 1, flat 3, flat 5 is the diminished triad. Okay? 1, flat 3, flat 5. Now remember that. Travis, boy, listen. We got some bad fellas up in here tonight, boy. I'm here to tell you that Travis, boy, I tell you, Travis, boy, let me tell you something. I almost started playing what you played on your social media, man. You killed it too. Sounded familiar, but you killed it. But yeah, so we have the diminish is the 1, flat 3, flat 5. Okay? And my dog even agreed. You heard that, right? See? He said yes. Okay? All right. Then now you're gonna keep out talking me, okay? So we have the diminished chord, which is the 1, flat 3, and flat 5. Okay? The great thing about the diminished chord that I love is how I'm able to play it in transition. How I'm able to move from one place to the other and use these diminished chords to make my music or my playing sound melodic, okay? Makes it sound melodic, okay? So if I go from 1 to my 2, for instance, so we go from C to the D, right? I want to add the diminish. I'm going to put the diminish up in there. So I'm going to play a C major chord. Then I'm going to play a C sharp diminish or D flat. And then I'm going to play my 2. See there? Romarcus Jones. So here's the 1, the C major, the diminish, C sharp diminish, and then I can play my 2. Okay? So check this out. If I wanted to play it here, I could do that right there. Dante, what's happening? So, still playing that diminish. All right, the 1. And then playing that diminish here. See, now, what's funny is I can play that triad, that C triad. What's up, Joshua Farah? I'll tell you all the bad cats on here tonight. I can play that triad, that C triad, right? And I've learned something by messing with this diminish. If I take that C triad and I raise, what's up, Rodney? If I take and raise the root note, which is the C, right? If I sharpen that note, that becomes a diminish the C sharp diminished because now what we have is we have the 1, flat 3, and flat 5. See that? And then the 2, like I did before. So anytime you take the triad, any triad, like I play an A triad, and I raise the root note, which is the lowest note in the chord. See that? That's the A. And I take that A and I make it an A sharp, which is the B flat, right? That makes that chord diminish, and only thing you changed was the root note. So see this interesting, right? So we still have the flat 3, the flat 3 and flat 5 from the A. Well, the A is not flat 3 when it's not flat 3. It's actually the A triad. See that? Then we take that one note and raise it a half step. It becomes a diminish. See that? See, boy, listen, Joshua said he learned it already. He just got up in the camp and he catching it. So if I was to play a song playing in D, right? And then I went to that 4 and I wanted to get that diminish and go to the 5, right? Another diminish, and then play my 6. I got it without really moving my hands all over the fretboard, because what we like to do that, but there are different ways to play those diminished chords without all over the fretboard. And that's one way. Because anytime you raise that root note and you keep that 3 and 5, that means it becomes a flatted 3 and 5 to the next key. Y'all tell me y'all got that. That's good stuff. Somebody tell me that you got that. I hope you got your guitars in your hand and you practicing that. Come on, let me hear. I got 37 folks on here. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me see it. And then I'm going to move on. I'm going to show you something else you can do with that. I promise I'm going to show you something else. You got it? Yep. Got it. Bobby got it. Harold got it. Dante, a little bit. Come on, Herbie. Hang on. Herbie said a little bit. Let's go back to Herbie. Herbie, check this out. If I play a triad, Kwame got it. Chris got it. Good. So if I play a triad, which is the A, C sharp, and E. Right, I got that triad there. And the root note is the A. That's the A. If you take the A and move it up a half step, it becomes B flat. And that's just the octave, okay? But what happens is I'm still keeping the 3 and 5 fingering there, and I'm raising with my pinky that root note. So it's no longer the A. It becomes a B flat. It becomes a B flat diminished. See that? So that's a major triad. This is the B flat diminished or A sharp diminished, either one. And then you can play your 2. Now the other thing that I like to do with that diminish, the other thing I like to do by playing that diminish that way, I can actually pick it. See that? Whoa! Light bulb moment. I love that. I love it. But listen, if we take and just pick the notes out of that diminish and move it, we can use that like we're playing something crazy, but all we are playing is the arpeggiated notes out of the chord. See? See that? Y'all got it? Y'all got it? So Sunday morning, Josh, I want to hear you playing that. See that? And that's all off of diminish. All off of the diminish. All off of diminish. Okay? So we have all these things that we can take and use for the diminish, over the diminish. A lot of times I hear people play diminished chords, and they like to play the diminished chord and go. But I like chromatic stuff. So I can play. See that? See it? It gives it a voice without sounding blocky. Like a keyboard player just blocking. We can slide into these. You know, and just move it, like even going to, like the 6. If I go to the 6 of C, which is the the A minor, right? So I want to go. Can move that diminish. See that? We have all of that. See that? See how I went to that diminish off of that F triad? I did an F major 7 chord. Then I played the F sharp diminish, and I went back to the 1. Then I can play the diminish again, and I can go to the 6. It is so much, y'all. I'm telling you, it's just so much with this diminished, and I don't think we use it nearly enough. I use it all the time. Y'all don't use it enough. I use it all the time because it opens up your music or your playing to sound more melodic. I agree, Christian. I agree. It should be 200,000. But they'll come. They're going to learn about us. They're going to learn about our family. But you guys are going to be the ones first. Y'all are the family. But yeah, so we take this diminish and we can take and move it. Right? See, that's going back. Or I can do, right? Stuff like that. All of that stuff is based off of the diminish. See, all of that is based off of the diminished chord. Now, I'm going to tell you one more golden nugget. One more golden nugget. No, I'm not even going to tell you that. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for that. So, let's play with it. Yeah, just moving that note up, Josh. Just taking that, moving that one note up. What it does, it actually flattens. What's up, T? What it does is just, it makes, when you raise that one note, it flattens the other two. Welcome. Good to see you back with us. So what happens is when you raise that root note, the root changes, but the 3 and 5 stays the same. So that means the chord went up a half step. That means the 3 and 5 is flattened. So the formula for diminishes 1, flat 3, flat 5. So that gives us all kinds of crazy options. Another thing I like to do when playing a diminished chord, I like to play something that outlines the diminished chord without actually playing the chord. So you heard me earlier play, right? So we went 1, sharp 1, or flat 2, 2, right? So I can take the 1, because that's playing off of that diminished. We can do that. And that's even without even playing the chord. We're outlining the chord. We're playing the notes from the chord. And it makes it sound like we're playing the chord, but we're just playing single notes outlining the chords. Woo! Is this all right? Why am I not getting more likes? I'm confused. You guys are soaking this stuff up and y'all saying it's good, but you're not giving me no love. It ain't happening. Off the diminish. All the stuff that we can do with these diminish. All of that stuff. King Brown, what's happening? Today we're talking about the diminished. We're talking about the diminished chord and the things that we can do with the diminished chord. We can move this thing and make it sound so beautiful. I mean, just so beautiful. But, I mean, it's not even complicated. I'm not really, listen, I'm telling you, I'm only scratching the surface talking about this stuff. I could really get in depth, but I don't want to lose some people who may not understand as well as some of you guys may understand. So I'm scratching the surface, and then maybe later on, y'all hang around. Maybe later on we'll do some more stuff with the diminished chords and the movements. What's up, Rodney? Yes, and that's the big thing, applying it. Let me think of a song. Man. Okay, I was listening to something that I did earlier today. I can't think of what I was listening to. Let's do Amazing Grace. There it is. There it is, right there. Hey, Miss Minnie. See, all the diminished using that and Amazing Grace. Do it again. And Amazing Grace. So even if I wanted to do turnaround, hey Alvin, just doing turnaround and adding that diminish. See that? That major 6, then that E diminished. right? And then back to the 2. And see how I move that diminish, right? And then go into the 2. All day and all night. All day and all night. And it's just using diminish. Just using the diminished chord or using some scales out of the diminish. 1, flat 3, and flat 5. It's a beautiful, 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 beautiful thing. Y'all talk to me. I need some feedback. Questions about what I just did. Any questions? Miss Minnie, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us. It's beautiful, I'm telling you. And it's so much more that I can share with you. And that will happen. That will happen. Stay connected with me. For my new viewers, thank you. Welcome. I appreciate you coming in. Welcome to our family. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to KevinWilsonGuitar.com. Smash that notification bell so anytime that I'm on, because I may pop on at any time, you'll get that notification and you won't miss out, and you can join us live and enjoy this experience that we are sharing. Yeah, so the diminished stuff, man, I'm telling you. And I think next week what we'll cover probably is augmented stuff. But this week we're just going to do diminished. Now, you take and put augmented with the diminished. Listen, man, I'm telling you, you know how, and I don't eat this. I stopped eating it years ago. But you take and put bacon on almost anything, and it does something to whatever you're eating. Bacon and eggs. BLT. Well, the diminished chord is the bacon of guitar, okay? It's the fattening, it's the fat meat of guitar. The diminished chord is the fat meat of guitar, okay? It's that fat meat. You take and put bacon and greens. You can put bacon. I'm serious, y'all. I'm telling you. It's the fat meat. But, diminishes are good for you. Pork is not good for you. Not sure where to put it? That's why it's good to practice it. Take and practice. Now, what you can do, I give you an example, Miss Minnie. You can start out with a C major and go like you're going up the scale. If you're going 1, flat 2, 2, flat 3, and 3. Start right there. Start by playing the 1, diminish, 2, diminish, 3. Okay? So you can start with the C major chord. You can play C sharp diminish. Then you can play a D minor 7. Then you can play E flat diminish. And then you can play E minor 7. And you can keep going. It goes on and on like that Energizer Bunny. Goes on and on and on and on. For real, look. Right? Half diminished. Listen, I'm telling you. And you know what? I got a quiet crowd. Y'all, either y'all are practicing, or y'all sitting there looking at me like I got a third eye in the middle of my forehead. Something ain't right. Y'all talk to me. Nope, I will not, King Brown. I'm not touching the augmented because I said next week. See, you trying to bootleg. Practicing. Good. 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 Let me hear your questions, though. If anybody have any more questions about the diminish? Practicing. Good, Bobby Griffin. Bobby Griffin practicing. Yeah, man. Listen, Miss Minnie, I love the diminished chord. And then next week, what we'll do is we'll add a little of the diminish, and then we're gonna throw in some augmented stuff. And then we're gonna mess around and have some gumbo after a while, because we're gonna have some bacon, and we're gonna have some fat back. We're gonna add some greens, and boy, we're gonna make a meal out of this thing. But you guys have to stay with me, and you have to absolutely trust the process. Now, you're not gonna get this overnight. Hey, Lady J, oh, boy, you are back in the command center. I'm talking about. But you have to trust the process. We have to trust the process. What we like to do as musicians is Fayetteville. That's what I'm talking about. We don't like to read the manuals. We don't eat this bacon. That's what I'm talking about. We don't like to trust the process, so we don't want to read the manual. And what happens is when you don't read the manual, you really don't get a clear understanding of what all you can do. So that's why it's important to know exactly how this chord is built and how it works and how it functions, how it moves. So we can take it and just, throw it all over the place. I like it, Christian. I'm telling you, you can take that bacon grease and put it with anything, and it's just going to taste good. I'm telling you, and I don't eat bacon. I promise I don't eat pork. I don't do the pork stuff. But listen, we can take this stuff and use it. Man, can you substitute a diminished chord, like, for example, can you substitute a diminished chord? I can substitute a diminished. I can substitute a half diminished. We can do all kinds of things with it, Jonathan. Absolutely. Absolutely. But let's kind of stay in this lane. I don't want to go too far out. I want us to stay in this circle right here. Let's just stay in this circle right here. Because if I substitute the diminish for something else, then we're going to start getting into some other stuff. Sheila! Please go back and watch. That's what I'm talking about. They call you bacon. That's what I'm talking about. Man, let me tell you something. Right. See how that worked? So we did. Thank you, Lord. That's that diminish. See? That's that diminish, using that diminish. Instead of playing that. We can play that diminish in there, and I'm telling you, it just opens up everything. Can you play more times walking? Okay. What's happening? You know what? Thank you so much. Thank you so very much, everyone. I appreciate the kind words. I really do. It means a lot. I don't take that stuff for granted. Someone asked if I could play that walk up, that 1, 1, 2, 1, flat 2, 3, flat 3, 3. Okay, so I played a C major, a D flat or a C sharp, diminish, 2, that D minor 7, played an E flat diminish. Then I played that, I like that, Bobby. That E minor 7. See that? Donald, what's up, Donald Chapman? Good to see you. So taking that's what you was looking for, right? Row markers. I hope that's what you was trying to get me to do. So we can take these diminished chords, which is 1, flat 3, flat 5, and we can play so much. It opens up so you'll be able to utilize and make your guitar playing sound more melodic. Could you play diminished chords moving from C to G chord? C? Is that what you trying to get me to do? So I played a C, I played a F sharp diminished, and then I played the 5, right? That's the 5, which is the G. And this is all using the diminish. So a diminished chord is a passing chord to get from yes, absolutely. So we've been in C. Let's go to A. See? Or so, okay, what I just did then is I took the 1, which is A, then I played a B flat diminished by raising that 1 note, and then I went to the 5. See that? It works on all chords. Works on all chords. All chords. James, I'm using whatever comes to my mind. I ain't thinking about no cage. I really hate the term cage, because when you say cage, that means it's boxed in, closed in. I know that's just a term, but when I think about cages, that means you boxing stuff in. I'm using whatever comes to my heart, my mind, and I'm using the foundation of the chord, knowing the theory, knowing how the chord moves. Okay? So what I just did, again, I played an A triad, raised the root note, raised the A to B flat. That's the only thing that I moved, and then I went to the 5, which is the E. Good to see you, Dante. You have a great evening. Okay. Questions about diminished chords, how diminished chords are put together, how to move diminished chords. Okay, let's talk about movements of the diminished chords. Okay? Like see how that after you played the 5 earlier. I have no idea what I hit. I was just playing. In the key of A. That. Bobby Griffin. Aha! See that, Bobby Griffin? Yeah, that's what it was. What I'm doing is I'm playing the 5, right? And I'm just changing the bass in it. See? So I went from an E, right, to a D. Just added a D in the bass. How do you remember the diminished chords? By understanding the 1, flat 3, and flat 5. 1, flat 3, flat 5. 1, flat 3, and flat 5. All day. I don't care where you put it. If you play 1, flat 3, and flat 5, you have a diminished chord. That's how you remember. By knowing the foundation, James. By knowing the foundation. That's how we figure that out. Yeah. But like I said, I love the diminished chords. Can you use the normal diminish and diminish 7 chord interchange? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Because they have the same properties. And actually the diminished 7 chord just has all different diminishes in it. So if I play C diminished, we have hear all of those diminished chords in there. So I'm actually having 3 diminished chords within that 1 major 7, that the 1 diminished 7 chord. See, now we're getting into some deeper stuff, and I'm trying to stay away from that, Christian. I'm trying to back away from that a little bit, okay? It's not hard, not hard. 1, flat 3, flat 5. No, you good, Christian. You good. You're good. I expect the questions, because listen, how else are we gonna learn it? Yeah. So let's go back. See that diminish? Slide. I love playing that. See those diminish? Would you play augmented chord? I'm not going to do it, James. I'm not going to do it because augmented is next week. You got to come back. You got to come back for augmented. You got to come back. Because we have to explain what augmenteds are, what they are, before we can start digging into that stuff, because we don't want to lose nobody. No guitar player left behind. Pointing at you. No guitar player left behind. You love the slippery slide. I hear you, Bobby Griffin. What did we do? Oh, did I? Yeah. I forgot it already. Aha! So are the notes you sliding up into? No, 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 no. No, them actually are augmented. Now, when I kick off, when I we transition into "I'm in Your Care" with the Canton Spirituals, that's what I'm using to diminish. That's a diminish. See that? That's the when I use that when I'm playing with the Cantons and we transition from what's the other song? Hollywood Hallelujah Square, and he'll point to me and he says, or he'll say, "Let's move, Kevin, take me there." Then I'll play this diminished move. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Yes, next week is augmented. Next week is augmented. So you come back next week, same time, and we'll cover some augmented stuff. And then you take that bacon, the bacon from the diminish, and add it to I'm not even sure what we're gonna call the augmented yet. Y'all come up with a name for the augmented. I'm in your care. Play it slow. See, Bobby. Aha, you bootlegging. So the move is. Okay. Diminish. Good. 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 So I have a few more minutes. Nah, not Bobby. No, Bobby. Nope, 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 nope. This is the diminished class. This is the diminished. Don't come in here trying to take over. I'm not going to do it. Bobby trying to bootleg, y'all. He trying to bootleg. Bobby Griffin's trying to bootleg. All right. I'm going to play this clip. I'm going to play this clip. No, I'm not going to play the clip. I'm going to let you guys ask some questions. And then we're going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. That's your favorite line. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. I love sharing with you guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I was looking for something I was going to share with you guys. I don't know if I have it. If I have it up. I don't know if I have it up or not. Anyone? Questions? Questions, questions, questions? I know we went over a lot of stuff. How to play Yes, Lord. You know what? I'm not going to entertain anything other than about these diminish. Nah. No diminished chords in searching. No diminished chords in searching. None. None whatsoever. Any more questions? Any more questions? Well, if all hearts and minds are clear, and listen, for those who are catching this on replay, please chime in. I love to hear from you. Have questions about the diminished chords, how I was moving around, how I was playing. The instrument, a lot of people ask, what am I playing? This is a Paul Reed Smith, a Hollow Body 2 with the piezo. Great guitar. You can do a lot of stuff with this thing. Check it out. PRS, great guitars. Please like, share, subscribe. Okay? And Bobby Griffin, I'll get with you. Don't you hit me up. But I'll get with you. I appreciate you guys. Kwame, good to see you, man. Hopefully, I know I'll see you this week for sure. Everybody, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging out. But guess what? I got to go.